Be quiet, Hu Tao. I'm doing the intro. Hello, everyone. I'm Dead Jazz, and we're playing Genshin today for this Sunday upload where I don't play Minecraft. Oh, woohoo! I guess this channel is kind of a variety channel, but it's mainly Minecraft content, in case you're new here. And we're gonna be doing a new quest that has Albedo in it, so that's pretty cool. Alright, let's go. Hello, Sucrose.
Looks like Timaeus isn't here today.
Wait a second, this isn't a new quest.
Customers?
Hold on. Hold on. What? Have I not done this quest?
Pardon me. Are you looking for Timaeus?
Yes.
No. Just strange for him to not be around. Paimon always sees him standing here.
I'm pretty sure this
see.
quest already exists.
He was called away by Albedo a little while ago. I was called over to attend to the store. I'm Sucrose, Albedo's assistant. If you have any alchemy-related queries, you could always ask me. I do my best to help. Huh?
No need to be nervous.
Do I look nervous?
Possibly.
My apologies. I don't get out too often. I'm usually in the laboratory where there aren't many others to talk to. If you need any help, just call my name. If not, I'll be reading a book. Over there. Thanks. No worries. We're all clued up on the basics of alchemy, aren't we?
No need to trouble you.
Hey, aren't you the legendary traveler? The one who repelled Storm Terror?
And I don't even charge for autographs.
Thank you. I've heard so many stories about you. Always wanted an opportunity to research you up close. What do you mean, research?
What?
Sorry, don't mind me. What am I saying? Still, you'd definitely be able to help Albedo. It is you, after all. There's that name again, Albedo. Is he also an alchemist in Mondstadt?
I think I might have heard of him.
Apologies. I never introduced him. Albedo is the Knights of Favonia's chief
Is
alchemist.
this the new quest? I'm so
He's
confused.
also Timaeus and my teacher.
I feel like I've seen this quest before.
Paimon's only ever seen Timaeus teaching alchemy. So that means Albedo is a teacher? Yes. He's dedicated himself to investigating the truth of this world, and has made many an important breakthrough. We often get alchemists coming to Mondstadt from all over Teyvat, seeking his help. They say that the subtlest of guidance from Mr. Albedo helps him to solve the most unfathomable of problems. Wow! Paimon didn't know he was such a big deal! Still, it seems that he's encountered a problem in his research recently. Every time I see him, he has a concerned look on his face.
My knowledge of alchemy stops at basic crafting.
I'm sure that Albedo would love to hear about your incredible exploits. I know it would bring him lots of new inspiration. Albedo is a true gentleman. He'll be sure to pay you back in equal measure for helping him out.
Can he make Paimon stronger? She kinda does nothing.
In that department. But if Albedo
Yes, you do.
wants to pay Paimon back for helping him, a few more might settle the score.
Unless Paimon is just super
Albedo
powerful
Timaeus
and he just
will be
doesn't do
conducting
anything.
research in the mountains right now. I'd love to take you both to see into the store. You'll have to go to the elves. Look out for a refined and...
Great hair.
Sorry. You'll have to... Hey, stop worrying. We got this.
Yeah, this is definitely an event.
Less nervous once she gets talking about alchemy and research, huh? Is that what all researchers are like? Anyway, let's go and look for Albedo.
I agree. I must do something first.
Can't catch me.
I'm Aloy. Ready for the hunt.
Perfect.
Ever seen one of these?
So yeah, I'm pretty sure this is a new quest. I mean, like, I went to the event thing to get the quest, so... Yeah. It just seems very familiar. Making my way downtown. No stamina. Hello, Rosaria.
Sister Rosaria! So here you are! Choir practice is about to...
I've told you already, I don't go in for that kind of thing. I've got more important matters to attend to.
Ooh, serious.
Oh, but this event has commemorative significance. The church hopes that all sisters will be present.
Hopes? That's odd, because I don't recall a fulfill the hopes of others clause in my job description.
I mean, sure, but...
But what? You're the event organizer, aren't you? Do you not find it the least bit odd?
What do you mean?
This far out from Mondstadt at this hour? Even if you set out right now, I'll wager you'd still miss the opening ceremony. Who knows? Maybe this is someone's grand plan to make a fool out of you.
Huh? Well, that can't be. People aren't like that.
Evidence decides what people are like, not your feelings. Maybe you're a little too trusting of other people. Don't fret, nobody's gonna blame you if you go back empty-handed. I can't imagine anyone else was delusional enough to think I was gonna show up. But if you dally any longer, you really won't make it.
You're right. It's a very important commemorative event. If I'm late, then... right, I've gotta get going.
Seems like that sister's an expert in making people believe anything she wants.
I thought I heard something. Who are you and why are you eavesdropping?
Oh, we were
Better
eavesdropping.
watch out.
We
She
were just...
seems like a dangerous villain. Or a trickster at
Paimon, be quiet.
Oh, really? I'm a member of the long-standing Favonius Church. You're an eavesdropping pixie from who knows where. And you think I'm the trickster?
Wait, she heard that? Paimon was whispering so quietly.
No, you were not.
And as for this outlander you seem to be following... So it's you. The honorary knight that saved us from storm terror. Well then, given your status, I won't press you on your reasons for eavesdropping. Otherwise, depending on your answer, I could have arrested you on the spot.
What? Do the Sisters of Mondstadt have the authority to arrest people now?
We can't go turning a blind eye to hidden dangers, can we? Why shouldn't sisters have a sense of justice?
That doesn't sound right. But Paimon can't think of a good comeback.
Let's talk about you. What are you doing in the mountains?
We're looking for Albedo.
If it's him you're after, I made a point of noting his tracks. Many people have made their way up after the snowstorm. Let's hope they're still there.
So, are you also looking for him?
No, this is just a professional habit of mine. I sensed elemental traces in these tracks. Never hurts to be vigilant.
You're more like a detective.
I couldn't care what you think. Come on then. I'd like to see what he's up to anyway.
Rosaria said there were elemental traces in the tracks. They should show up pretty clearly with elemental sight.
You know, little pixie, your ability to appear and disappear at will is very interesting.
That's what I said.
Yeah?
After committing a crime, you'd be able to leave the scene without a trace.
You're so suspicious. Why is Paimon a criminal in your example?
I know how to make this faster. Hello, Albedo.
Is that Albedo? Why would he hang around a place like this?
I have a feeling he's
The word
painting
on
the
the
hilly
street is
trails.
he loves painting. He'll hang around anywhere for a good landscape. The views and scenery here are pretty good. Potential paintings everywhere you look.
But can't he see those hilly churros? Isn't he in danger?
He's probably painting them. Ah!
Uh-oh. Looks like we startled him.
Sorry, Albedo.
Enough talk.
In case you were... Ow. Okay. Okay. Calm down.
Who are you? Why did you alarm them?
I knew it! I knew it!
Thank the gods I'd already completed my painting. Would have been a shame to leave these particular hilly trails unfinished.
What's up with
I already knew this. It's making me question.
so interesting?
No.
I'm afraid the answer isn't easy to explain. If you'd like to have a look at my painting, it may give you a clue.
Very avant-garde.
Wow, look at the detail! But some of it seems to have been done in a hurry.
You can find these hilly trails anywhere. Quite boring, in fact. Not worth closer inspection. But take a look at this specimen. The build, the coat, and there's a distinct force at work here. In the cyclical lives of such primitive communities, such unique attributes are an indication of evolution at work. Evolution, the transition from nothing into existence, from the known to the
Hold your horses. Ugh, something tells me we're in for a thesis and I haven't got the stamina. We found your man. I'm headed back.
What? Don't you have any questions for him? Hey! What a weirdo.
Paimon, shut.
Sister Rosaria brought you.
Paimon's so rude.
Surprising. And I didn't have time to thank her. But back to the point. From her words, it seems that you were looking for me?
Yes.
We met a girl in Mondstadt, Sucrose. She said you were stuck with your research.
I see. So Sucrose sent you here. Then, if I'm not mistaken, you must be the honorary knight. You've got the whole of Mondstadt talking.
Thank you,
I've
thank
heard
you.
a bit of everything. Your actions during Storm Terror's attack, your elemental control, and quite a few other mysterious things. I'll skip to the conclusion. There's only one possibility after all. You came from afar. From another world, correct?
You are worthy of your scholarly reputation.
Excellent. If I could procure your assistance, I think my research would benefit enormously.
Your research?
Forgive me. This must be confusing. Where should I begin? The essence of life?
Whoa. You want to start with that?
You're right. Giving a demonstration would be better than trying to explain. For example, awakening life. Breathing new life into fallen leaves.
You can do that?
Alchemy is really useful.
However, I have a particular seed in my possession. The method I'm talking about has produced no results. It's like you, in that it hails from another world. Helping it to grow, to bloom. That's the problem my research is up against. That's where I need your assistance.
Well, if you're struggling to figure it out, Paimon's not sure we're gonna be much assistance.
I beg to differ. I'm unable to comprehend the intricacies of life outside of the known world. But you're not from the known world. By observing and researching you, I may just be able to find a way to get the seed to sprout.
So I'm an object of research?
Shall we just get out of here? This sounds a little freaky.
Is there any danger?
It's possible. But I will do everything in my control to ensure your safety. Time
Alright.
for a change of surroundings. We should be going. There's research to do.
I like how there's an exclamation mark, but he just says there's research to do. Hello, Rosaria.
Albedo and that traveler seem to have hit it off.
Correct.
It's a weirdo to no one, I guess.
Jesus, okay. Paimon, be rude to her.
Does this constitute a risk to Mondstadt?
Huh? Okay, I'm confused now. Oh, I'm freezing to death.
Paimon has a question. After the seed sprouts, will it grow into anything?
I
That
don't
is a
know,
valid question.
but I feel the importance will lie in the method, not the endpoint. Using alchemy to awaken otherworldly life into that would constitute a big leap in my understanding of the essence of life. After awakening, even creation may be possible.
Ooh.
Still a little difficult to understand?
sure.
But what's the seed gonna become? Isn't that more interesting than whatever it was you were saying?
That's what I want to know. I don't know what Paimon
If
just
it
said.
turns out to be a delicious fruit, dinner's on me.
Yay! Paimon's holding me to it.
Of course, you sure know how to keep Paimon on board.
Well, let's just say I occasionally have to look after a child. Another lengthy explanation, I'm afraid. I suppose it's one of the few non-alchemy related disciplines I'm any good at.
He
The
caught
subject of
Paimon
my
a
first
jail.
research was the elements. In this world, manipulating the elements requires a vision. Though I can't see anything resembling one on your person. How you're able to freely manipulate elemental power is something I'd like to ascertain. I've got a few questions in that regard. Firstly, do you have any extra organs? A second heart? A fourth stomach? Things of that nature.
No.
Fascinating. And this floating child is connected to your body
Floating
somewhere?
child.
What a stupid question! Can't you see the gap between us? And another thing, it's Paimon, not floating child.
I was merely considering the possibility that you were an external organ. Perhaps there is some invisible force connecting you.
I caught Paimon with a
Oh.
fishing rod.
That rules out that possibility. I wonder, did Paimon guide the elemental power to you? But that would mean that Paimon's elemental power would be enough to break through a mountain rock at least 10 meters thick, or cause the waterfall south of Springville to flow backwards. No,
I
that
don't know.
definitely can't be it.
Paimon could be like
How would you
a
know
god or
anyway?
something.
In that case, it would appear that there's no obvious difference between the composition of your body and that of the humans in this world. Given that there's clearly a discrepancy in the research, it seems that only experimentation will yield the answers. Firstly, this mysterious elemental power. I'd like to examine exactly how it manifests externally.
Oh boy.
Let me lure a few slimes
Just
to
like
the area.
Kazuha.
Perhaps you'd be able to defeat them, using whatever method comes most naturally to you.
I need to switch to Traveler if it doesn't already do that.
Doesn't seem very
Because
sciencey.
I like
Direct
to,
and clear observation are imperative to a good experiment. This is just a simple exercise. Naturally, if you require a greater challenge, we could bring in 6 Oceanids.
No, I'm good. Slimes are fine. As long as I'm not being batted around by hydro mimics.
Well, prepare yourself. The slimes will be here any moment.
Can I? Ah! No. Okay, apparently not.
No, my soul! Let me weave you a verse.
Fire, pants on fire!
10,000 damage, nice.
Great work. Did you feel anything out of the ordinary? If you're injured, I have a few emergency potions ready.
Not a scratch.
Excellent. According to my observations, the manifestation of the external elemental flow is as expected. Elemental reactions are normal. There's nothing out of the ordinary. Now that we know that the external flow is manifesting normally, let's test the internal flow.
What does that mean?
Internal flow? How do you test that?
It's very simple. I can use alchemy to create a potion that will extract elemental power. If the elemental power is stored or accumulated physically within your body, this potion may elicit an elemental reaction.
Will it make my stomach swirl?
Sounds kinda terrifying.
Don't worry. In the normal course of events, you'd feel some temporary queasiness. No bodily injury.
And in the abnormal course of events?
If anything unexpected occurs, I've made the necessary preparations.
That's
Try not
not.
to worry.
That's not hugely reassuring.
Well, it's not that there aren't any risks involved. But if there is anything blocking your elemental flow, we'll be able to locate it with this test. Just a warning. If an internal elemental reaction occurs for any other reason, That's a bad sign.
This is like a health checkup.
Yes, that's an excellent way to think about it. Before we get started, the potion we'll use for the test is missing a catalyst. We'll need to find it.
Oh boy.
It's a type of ore known as star silver.
Oh,
but
I have tons of that.
unfortunately, not all of it is suitable. I'll take you to my campsite. We can gather some star silver ore on the way. I'll point out any likely contenders. All going to plan, we should be able to begin concocting the potion when we get to the campsite.
Paimon's still got a few safety concerns, but it seems like there's a silver lining. Let's keep our eyes open. I'm out of here.
Here, should do for catalyst purposes.
No thank you.
This one. Use it with
Ow!
a bit of polish.
Try this one? Oh.
What luck. This should be enough. My campsite is just up ahead. I'll lead the way. This is my campsite. I've added the materials we collected to the concoction.
Oh, autoplay.
While we are waiting, have a look over here. My assistant Timaeus here is helping me with my research. I'm guessing you may have met in Mondstadt already.
Yes.
Hello! I've just gotten hold of the data from your experiment. The report is already up on the board there.
Whoa! Look at all the data! You got all these results
Whoa.
from one slime battle?
I wouldn't call them results, inferences, and a few daring guesses perhaps. I think the most rational direction would be to expound on the phylogenetic relationship between this traveler and the slimes.
Rational?
Consider, you don't have a vision, but you can manipulate elemental energy. The slimes don't have visions either, yet they too are able to manipulate the elements. Following this line of thought, I'm sure we'll be able to establish a basis in fact.
Not bad for a point of entry. But strictly speaking, slimes are elemental life forms. In other words, beings consisting entirely of the elements. A cryoregisvine, or even a whopperflower might be a better analogy. But tracing back the phylogenetic relationships between plants and animals, you might have to trace back to the world's origins. In that sense, things might get difficult.
This is getting very complicated.
Yes, sir. That sounds correct.
After all, we've got our primary data already. This traveler is a visitor from another world. If it turned out that she did have a phylogenetic relationship with this world. Now that really would be something, wouldn't it?
Ah, it would. Apologies. I was so excited to get the data. I'll slow down a bit next time. Speaking of data, to complete our research, we'll need some more. I'll be conducting analysis here for the time being. If you're keen for an update, just come and find me.
Great, I'll leave you to it.
Sorry if you guys hear my chair creaking or birds in the background.
Looks like the potion's ready. I'll try a little first. If all goes well, I'll hand it over to you. In line with my expectations. Ready to drink.
All right.
Remember to keep calm at all times. And breathe deeply if you feel unwell.
Hold on. Albedo.
Tasty? You've got a funny look on your face.
It's burning a bit.
You said you tried some already. You sure it was ready? What's happened to her?
Oh, This was the result I was expecting, and a very positive one at that. This potion channels elemental power into the body. Under normal circumstances, a repelling reaction is to be expected. But if the internal elemental flow is unimpeded, you'll only experience momentary discomfort. Once the flow is complete, there won't be any other effects.
So you knew you'd be sick and still drank some?
It was my own concoction, of course. Only natural for me to be the guinea pig.
What about the risk to you?
Perhaps it's just scholarly self-assurance, and it certainly speeds things up. In conclusion, I'd say we have our conclusion. As far as elemental energy is concerned, you're no different from anyone else in this world. Nothing peculiar.
Aw, Paimon wanted something cooler to happen.
Then again, better an ordinary result than a peculiar result. Peculiar results have a tendency to be of the undesirable variety.
I feel like you're referring to something in particular.
The good thing about ordinary is that everything is an object of reference, and everyone understands you. People are the same. They can understand, empathize, encourage, and support one another. When you're sick, a doctor can diagnose you because they are you. When something goes wrong, you can ask people who've made the same mistake for their experience because you are them. But a peculiar person, they don't have much recourse for the things we take for granted. The essence of their life is fundamentally different. For example, a human can't understand the life of a pyroregisvine or an eye of the storm. Have I explained it clearly enough?
I think I'm getting it.
To sum up, this has been a positive outcome. Going forward, you can use your elemental power without fear. Timaeus, the results of the new experiment are out. If you could see to collating them.
Just a moment, sir. I'll handle it. Oh, you gave me a lot to consider. Really stretched my limits. I'm thinking a lot clearer now. Having you down as an animal wasn't very precise of me, but starting with the premise of an elemental life form, now that was...
Not bad. I think it's an interesting line of inquiry. Whatever the truth of the matter, I'd like your research at the fore as opposed to my judgment.
You can count on me, sir. I'll extract a result satisfactory to all.
Is he trying to join the Knights? Starting to sound like a suck-up. What Paimon meant to say was, that's the spirit. Mr. Albedo, say something.
Before we can proceed with our research, I need to prepare something. Wait one moment. If you're interested, why not have a look around? It may help to pass the time.
I'm back. My mic unplugged. I need to charge. Servant installations shelf packed with books and potions. And so what's stuck to it? Yeah. I'm robbing him. And other apparatus Albedo uses to wouldn't hurt to touch it.
Here comes Albedo.
Albedo.
Back. Did you see anything interesting?
Couldn't make heads or tails out of anything.
Not to worry. They're all for alchemical purposes. You'd be hard-pressed to find an everyday use for them. Well, on with the research. There may be significant differences between different worlds. Take Teyvat, for example. Here, those with visions can manipulate the elements. But worlds may well exist where only one person is able to do so. Or even everyone. So, leaving elements to one side, do you possess any unique abilities? Ones that don't exist in this world?
Well,
I think
suppose.
answering this question calls for the same methodology as last time. In other words, time for the next experiment.
I'm battling slimes again.
No. You shan't be required to exert quite so much effort this time around. Now, see this pillar here? Use your willpower to try and break it.
Willpower. Paimon, you give
You
it a
think
shot.
Paimon knows how to do that stuff?
That was your best effort? Well, can't be helped, I suppose. Have you tried using your elemental power with food? I don't mean for cooking as such. Rather, channeling your power into the ingredients themselves. I'm curious to see how the taste and texture respond. It may even help with proliferation.
Sure you're not just peckish?
I suppose I have a curiosity for things that others find surprising. Anyway, why don't you cook us up a sunshine sprat? I've just finished preparing the recipe.
Cooking? Paimon was looking forward to more mad scientist stuff.
Paimon,
Not
shut
only is
up.
this recipe a staple for me, it's
You just
also
called
worth
Albedo a mad
experimenting
scientist.
with and highly nutritious.
Paimon bets you're just hungry. That
Paimon, you
does
have no
sound
room to
yummy,
talk.
though. Okay, Paimon approves.
I'll save you a fin or two.
Good buddies are always on the same page.
I'll leave you to it then. Looking forward to the results. If there's anything left over, maybe Timaeus can finish the last morsels.
Paimon
Throw
doesn't
the
think we'll
scraps
have
to
that
Timaeus. Throw the air to Timaeus.
problem. How are we gonna channel elemental power into the food? Maybe try the willpower thing again. Where does it get these ideas from anyway?
I don't know. Oh, I just cut off Paimon. Very sorry. Wait, here. Sunshine Sprat. Now, to find Sunshine Sprat. There it is. Oh, I have enough food. I mean, I have enough things to cook it. Albedo! Albedo!
That was fast. Looking forward to testing the results.
Sunshine Sprat.
An average outcome experimentally, but you've really brought out the flavor. You seem well versed in the science of gastronomy. As far as the proliferation hypothesis is concerned, we've come up short. Seems like food presents the same headaches in your world as it does ours. Unless... Could it be that the natural laws of this world are limiting your unique abilities?
Yes.
We just didn't know how
I
to
think.
channel elemental power into the food. It's a little more complicated than adding herbs and spices, you know.
Not to worry. At least we put some food to good use. No need to feel disheartened. And here's your portion. Enjoy. I can box it up if you like.
Woohoo! Thanks! Glad you were paying attention.
You're Paimon's new favorite.
I can tell that you're good friends. Paimon was keeping an eye on you and your safety during the whole experiment. Not that Paimon would have been able to do much if things had gone wrong. But anyway,
Hey! You were being nice a second ago. But you do have tasty recipes, so Paimon forgives you. And you're right, we are good friends. You have good friends too, right? Good students?
yes, I'm fortunate too, I suppose. Anyway, moving on to the next experiment. There are all manner of alchemical items here. Keeping them in their proper place is a challenge at the best of times. A while ago, I had the misfortune of misplacing a batch. I managed to retrieve the majority, but 2 vials have been evading me. Animal crystal fly elemental extract and electrohypostasis powder.
Paimon's barely finished eating and you want us to go gathering again?
Don't worry if you can't locate them. I was planning to replace them anyway. Though finding them would save me the hassle. If you had, say, a superpower, like night vision or vibratory sensing, lost property would be a thing of the past. I must have dropped them somewhere in the area where you were looking just now.
So, guess we'd better take a look.
There should be some elemental traces on lost items.
Oh yeah! You could use elemental sight!
Oh, over there. Alright, Albedo, I got your stuff.
Goodness.
I cut off Paimon
You
again.
managed to find them. Incredible. 1,000 thanks.
Oh, okay.
I'm wondering, this elemental sight, this is what allowed you to locate the items and find me here on the mountains, correct?
Yep. Guess it does sort of count as a superpower, huh?
Unfortunately, though elemental sight is seldom seen, it is not unheard of in Teyvat. Only a never-before-seen otherworldly power would be of benefit to my research.
Alright, want to see some real shit?
Again?
Don't be disheartened.
I'll just,
This falls entirely
follow
within
me
my
to Leeway.
expectations. Besides,
Statue of 7.
getting these items back, I'd call this a very worthwhile experiment. I have to commend your deduction that the items would contain elemental traces. Right then. Up until now, our research has focused on your otherworldly identity. Our research on your identity as one of us is just beginning.
How do I get up this? With you to the
In
end.
essence, the differences between humans are reflected in our intellectual and physical capabilities. Let's start with physical. Looking out from where we're standing,
Oh my god.
can you see what Sucrose is doing? And
Nope.
if you jumped from here and landed on that cliff, the one over there, could you see her then?
Nope.
So what about if you planted a single blow on the mountain face here, and it burst into a million fragments? Then could you see her?
Nope.
Then I shouldn't get too excited. Still, we'll gain a more thorough understanding with an experiment. I know of a location that will be perfect for a physical test. Please, follow me.
Okay, Albedo.
You want us to jump from up here?
Yes.
Not necessarily. Not if you know of a better method, that is.
It's not very reassuring.
Whichever method you choose, the experiment will end when you reach the opposite shore of the lake. I will factor the time expended and your top speed into my comparative analysis.
The opposite side of the lake. So, we're gonna be swimming?
Without limitations, we complete tasks intuitively, using the method that seems most rational to us. Some of us would be unable to stand the icy waters. Others might find the whole thing rather refreshing. No matter what choice you make, it's all a part of the experiment. For me, every detail is invaluable to the research.
This is actually less stressful than the superpower part.
Then if you would, please, I eagerly await the results.
Wait a minute. While we're busy testing, what exactly are you gonna be doing?
Me? Recording data, responding to risks, providing, emotional support.
So if we
Oh,
do
that.
decide to go swimming, you gonna dive in with us?
No. Unless you're thinking of conducting competitive research?
Oh! Forget Paimon said anything.
Hello, Albedo. Hello, Albedo.
Great work. I've never seen a performance quite like it.
Nice.
Your reputation precedes you, traveler. The data shows that you're easily outperforming the average citizen in Mondstadt.
But you followed us the whole way without breaking a sweat!
Me? Actually, I used alchemy to cheat a little. But anyway, if it turns out that the natural laws of Teyvat do not affect you, I should be able to make various inferences about the otherworldly civilization you belong to. If the natural laws of Teyvat do affect you, then I shall be able to make inferences into the kind of evolution that would occur under the absence of such effects. The innumerable possibilities that this could present, the captivating insights, it would be something to savor again and again.
But how does this help your research?
You've helped me to unravel many of the problems that were holding it back. When we return to the campsite, I should be able to show you something interesting.
What else have you researched this thoroughly?
I may be about to make some analogies between you and a few unusual specimens. I hope you won't be offended.
I will be very
Gold,
offended.
petrified trees, a sun 8 times the size of our own.
I mean, gold is
The
pretty
essence
nice.
of the investigative process is enthralling, but such feelings are inevitably fleeting in nature. I'm willing to pour all my energy into research, and yet specimens are finite. As the unknown transitions into the realm of scientific understanding, the feeling of enlightenment is lost. All these things that start out as objects of fascination end up possessing the prosaic mundanity of a sunsetia or a sweet flower. They cease to be noteworthy.
Oh, so that's why you wanted to paint those hilly turtles? Because you got to see something new and interesting and the differences between them?
Precisely. To quote my exact words from earlier, these creatures are, for the most part, quite boring, not worth closer inspection. There is precious little about them that serves to pique my curiosity now.
So after all these experiments, are we gonna be, like, boring to you? Like some basic draft of a sketch?
Of course not. You have been of great assistance to me, and I will remember this friendship for a lifetime. Now, before we head back to the campsite, there's one more experiment. Intelligence. Follow me. There are some other ruins nearby.
Oh no. I'm gonna be testing out my intelligence. No. I have a bad feeling about this. My intelligence in this game has been questioned and tested by an Albedo before. I failed so much. Huh. That's pretty far away. And I don't have much time left on this recording. Well, I think I know what that means. After I get on the ground, after I get on the ground, it's all, I can't see the ground. Ah, I can see the... Alright, I think that's gonna be the end of the video, so... Yes. I'm about to freeze to death, so I'll make this quick. Actually, fire! Don't start the quest, don't start the quest, don't start the quest, don't start the quest, don't start the quest. I just need to warm up. Yes. That's gonna be the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed. Please like and subscribe, because it really helps the video. And what's that? Well, well, well. We meet again, old friend. Who are you? Have you forgotten me that quickly? Wait. Don't tell me you're who I think you are. I go by many names. Chimera, Tenno, Kijin, to name a few. I thought you were dead. Dead no longer, friend. You can call me Undead Jazz. How is this possible? The laws of this world are strange, but I believe it has something to do with your new channel power. Oh, yeah. I guess I hit 20 subscribers recently. Well, none of that will matter soon, for I will be your downfall. You left me for dead. Now I will repay you with the same kindness. I, Undead Jazz.